It was really a consensus view of the intelligence communities around the world that he had weapons of mass destruction. In the end of the day, he did not. I think really, in a way, the greater loss of credibility was 2004, 5, and 6, when we became bogged down in Iraq, where there was an insurgency and sectarian violence that we could not control. And it led countries like Iran to decide maybe we didn't need to worry so much about the United States, and Iran goes back into the nuclear business, which it continues in today.
Former Vice President Dick Cheney, in his new memoir, says that he was against apologizing for that line in the State of the Union, and that your former boss, Condoleezza Rice, came to him after the fact and tearfully agreed that he had been right. You shouldn't have apologized. Do you regret apologizing?
I thought I did the right thing. I think the line in the end should not have been in the State of the Union, and I had responsibility for the vetting of the State of the Union. So I think it was something we should have caught and should have removed. Having said that, there's another question historically of what should have been done once the statement was in the State of the Union, and I think, as Condi had it right, that as it turned out, it was probably a mistake to acknowledge it and apologize for it.
As the United States pulls out of Iraq, it leaves behind a government many would describe as dysfunctional, with close ties to Iran. Thousands of lives were lost at a cost of trillions of dollars to U.S. taxpayers. What have U.S. taxpayers gotten for their money?
The costs were enormous in terms of human and economic costs. But if you think about what has been accomplished, Iraq under Saddam Hussein was a regime that, yes, had used weapons of mass destruction against its neighbor and its own people, had invaded its neighbors, had supported terrorism, and had oppressed its people, a really, truly grisly regime. Well, the regime that is present there now does none of those things.